Elric is a lonely man living in the bustling city, questioning why his life has turned out to be miserable. As a child, he was bullied but received no help from school or family. He spent his teenage years indulging in comics, followed by anime, and then novels and mangas. Years later, he lands an accounting job but still feels unfulfilled until he meets Catherine, a girl he has a crush on from his local coffee shop. They go on a successful first date, but she suddenly disappears, leaving him feeling lost and realizing he cares for her deeply. 3 days later, Katharina called him and asked for money. Elric gave $30,000 to Catherine, who claimed her father had cancer, but she disappeared the next day. Elric searched for her but found nothing except that he had been scammed. The news made it back to his workplace, and he became the subject of ridicule. Stressed and desperate, Elric contemplates his life and decides that it's not worth living. He jumps off a building, and his body explodes on the street below and died a tragic death. In a void where nothingness exists and time doesn't flow, a giant figure resembling darkness emerges from a crack in space. The god of darkness and his subordinate, Cravel, discuss summoning a human to complete a mission for them. They argue over the best kind of person for this task, and the god of darkness ultimately decides to choose someone unconventional and began selecting candidates using bright white orbs. Finally, the god selected Elric, a human who had committed suicide after experiencing too much pain and betrayal in life. The god offered Elric a chance to live again as a human and complete a mission in exchange for becoming the god's representative. Elric, however, refuses and curses to the god. Elric's disrespectful response to God of Darkness and Cravel left them speechless. They exude horrific killing intent, causing Elric to experience thousands of deaths repeatedly. After a minute of this, they stopped and asked why Elric did not want to live again. Elric responded that he did not want to be used again and did not believe anything they said. God explained that he needed Elric's help to kill the demon god, which left Elric fuming in anger. Elric is faced with the daunting task of killing the demon god, which even previous chosen ones before him failed to do. After some cursing and ranting, God explains that Elric doesn't have a choice but to accept the task or be trapped forever in the world boundary. God elaborates on the threat the demon god poses, explaining that it will eventually become a god and surpass even the 12 gods that rule the world. God also reveals the reason why humans from other worlds are being summoned to help, as they have a greater affinity with the magic and natural energy of the world. Elric also asks why God's followers were boycotted, which ultimately leads to God revealing that his previous summon, Elric's predecessor, killed all the other chosen heroes.